Welcome to the Ukrainian way. It's been a while, 2 weeks since I was last live here. And today I'm going to talk about what I brought home from Ukraine this time around. I was in Ukraine in the early days of June. So, and I'm of course already missing Ukraine. So, as always, I will enjoy a little snack from Ukraine and talk about other things I brought home. First and foremost, I bring home even more friendships and things in my heart that are something you cannot carry or put in a pack. So in my in my bag here I have a few things. This one is actually combined because this one is a token that we all got from, all the drivers got from a sister of one of the volunteers, and it's a very special gift. Unfortunately, I tore it wearing it, but I will keep it as a memory. So a Ukrainian volunteer has been sitting in her apartment making this for volunteers, just to show the gratitude of what we do. And what we do is we drive cars to Ukraine to hand them over to SAZU, which is the armed forces, short for the armed forces of Ukraine. And yeah, so this is a very special gift I brought home. Another thing I brought home is language skills. I am slowly improving my Ukrainian, which is just wonderful. So before I started this journey, I started doing some cozy speaking club sessions here in my apartment, and lately I've also done them elsewhere. And I could really feel this time around in Ukraine that I was beginning to understand more. When you're learning a new language or a new skill in it, but especially with a new language, you come to a certain threshold where you begin to understand. I don't know the exact percentage, but maybe it's 40%, maybe it's 50%, but you get to a point where you can understand so much that you're not tuning out. And I noticed this time around that I could actually understand some conversations way better than before. And I guess that's because I'm approaching this threshold. So that's a very cool thing to come home with, this experience. Another thing I came home with is completely renewed optimism, because it's beginning to show. I mean, this channel is not about the war, but it's just affecting everyone that Ukraine is now winning the war. And I myself, I'm convinced that we will not see another summer of war. I think this is the last summer. I could be totally wrong, but we'll see about that. But that optimism was with me when I came home from Ukraine, and that feels pretty good. Well, for the things I bought in Ukraine, I always buy souvenirs and chocolate for family and friends. So here's a little something from a chocolate from Lviv, and a magnet for my refrigerator. I always buy a lot of these things, but I always also try to bring home stuff for friends. I have one friend, Mikkel, who has ordered clothes from Ukraine twice. This time around, I didn't get to bring him any clothes because, yeah, I ran out of time, simply. But I try to buy as much as I can in Ukraine for myself and for people or people in my acquaintances, my friends, whoever wants me to buy things there. I also bought a big bag full of medicine for someone actually, because a lot of Ukrainians like to buy the medicine that they know in Ukraine. So I bought some medicine. And this, of course, is helping Ukraine because you spend your money there instead of here. It's very simple math, so I like to do that. And yeah, so I was in need of new reading glasses. So I bought 3 pairs of reading glasses, and I actually already managed to break one of them. Not because it was bad quality, just because I was a clown or a jerk. But I bought these very nice boxes with glasses, and one of them in yellow, Ukrainian yellow, with these little thing to clean them with Ukrainian, the Ukrainian map here. And this one. So, reading glasses. So anything you want me to bring home from Ukraine, I can do if I can carry it. If you're in Denmark, that is. Some of my viewers are not, obviously. So that's a lot of what I brought home from Ukraine. There is also, of course, a lot of experiences that you cannot explain. But something very wonderful was waiting for me when I got home, and that's there is something I would recommend for anyone who wants to learn the language is listening to the Ukrainian Lessons podcast. It is created by a Ukrainian woman called Anna Ohoiku. And she started this podcast back in 2014. And I think there are literally hundreds of episodes of this podcast. So you can basically learn the language through this podcast. I mean, it cannot stand alone. You have to speak to Ukrainians as well, but it's a very good starting point. And it goes from complete beginner to advanced. And now Anna has created this wonderful grammar book. I have been waiting for this because I haven't been able to find one single source of Ukrainian grammar anywhere. And I love a physical book, so I actually bought it both as a physical book and as an ebook. So that's very nice. That was waiting for me when I got home. I ordered it before I left. So this is my project for the coming weeks. I'm going to dive into Ukrainian grammar. Of course, I have already learned something about Ukrainian grammar. First and foremost, that it's quite complicated compared to Danish grammar. But yeah, that's what I have for this time, except to say that I am going to post more videos in the coming days and weeks. I've been a little bit off, and I'm looking forward to that. I recorded, one thing more I brought home. I recorded so much video, and I have so much material for videos for the coming weeks, and the only thing I need is time. That's the most scarce resource. So until next time, Slava Ukraini and Heroyam Slava.